Hi everyone, Susie here from Minnesota, and I garden in a zone 4B, and this is the first tour of the year. I just want to say thank you for all of your lovely comments on my last video. It took a lot for me to get in, not in front of the camera, but just took a lot for me to say that on camera. It just was like reliving it all over again, so they were very, very lovely comments, and thank you so much. I just have lettuce, kale, and then these are just some alyssum I started from seed in here for now. They're not liking this. Gets west sun and it beats off the siding of the house, and they get a little fried, but they do perk up when that sun goes under. It's just a holding spot for the time being. My sister did buy some plants for that, so that was nice of her. I do have a lot of work. I'm just going to go past what is a work in progress right now. It's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow. I figure I'll do some trimming with the hydrangeas, weeding. It was a really hard winter for the plants. Not me. It was nice because with the no snow, I was able to get to all my appointments, but without that snow coverage, and we were cold for so long, not anything like really low, but just so cold that the heucheras took it. The Palace Purple looked pretty good. I was really surprised, but that's a pretty good heuchera. Plain, but good. But yeah, you can see down here, this was not done by the winter. That was done by the Sun Kings shading it. So I'll just get in there and trim it up. But you can see the heucheras down here. Some are bouncing back pretty good. And then what the winter didn't hurt, the rabbits have just been going to town. So there's been 3 big rabbits around here, just grasses, heucheras, roses. I lost probably about 75% of my roses this year. Due to everything that happened in the fall. I couldn't get out and protect them the way that I wanted to. These are the heucheras pretty much coming up from the base. So I was happy to see that. I didn't think I was going to get anything. I'm just going to kind of focus on what's looking good. The pulmonary here, I think this is Trevi Fountain. So pretty. Very blue. And a strong grower. I highly recommend that variety. Yeah. Moving on. My daffodils even didn't like the winter. Some more of the Trevi Fountain. This is where it was at first, and then a little piece was left over, and you can see how it's vigorous. So yes, I've got some Sun Kings coming up and back. This garden is still just waking up, but I do have a rose coming. That's Bonica down there at the base, and then a little sprout over there, but I didn't lose another one. Like I said, the rabbits pretty much took these all down. Oh, and then the rabbits have been eating the curly fries, hosta. So I guess they like curly fries as much as I do. This Solomon seal is just gorgeous. It gets pretty tall. Look at that. Really like that one. I would say it's probably about 3 feet tall. The one over here is a little bit bigger. So not too bad. I do have to get in here, if you see, and clean these up. And this is also something to do when it's a warm day or I get a little time after work. I do that just so I don't step on the hostas when they're first emerging, and also know where to fertilize. See this one? Oh no, I bet a bird did this. Oh. But yeah, look at that. So, I mean, and I don't blame them. They kind of perch on whatever they can, because this is just where the sump pump pushes out. And I made this last year. I like it. They love it too. It's kind of a pain mowing around. I mean, you can definitely see how the grass is really thick there. The Brunnera really took it. This is not as majestic as last year, but last year we never really froze. We got cold maybe a couple days and then it was gorgeous. But I'll take whatever blooms I can. I definitely have more than enough plants to kind of fill in spaces. And then my bleeding heart here looks pretty good. I mean, probably the best it's looked. The ground is wet. That top layer is not. We have not gotten a lot of rain, so there's not a lot in the forecast right now. I will appreciate that because the mosquitoes are out, but not like last year. This grass, Hakanaklo grass, looks great. This tree, my first surgery I had October 29th, and on Halloween we had some really heavy snow, about at least 6 inches, and this tree was bent all the way over. I didn't think it was gonna come back, and of course I couldn't get out here, so my sister was really nice and she cleaned it off and it perked back up, but it's leaning just a little bit, but not too bad. And it lived, thank goodness. This is shrimp on the Barbie pulmonaria. It's so cool how this has vibrant pink blooms. The other one is really like a royal blue. This one took it a little bit. It's not as filled in, but it will once the big leaves come out. Let's see, I don't think I wanna, this shrub is gorgeous. Ivory halo, red twig dogwood. And I love that. I didn't cut any of the branches down. I just want it to get big. Next year I'll do it. So I know you're supposed to cut it back so you get those red stems, but honestly, I'm just happy the rabbits left this alone. Grape hyacinth or muscari. Let's see. I'm gonna go over here real quick because there's not a whole lot. Oh. But yeah, those daffodils look great. You can hardly see them with the Solomon seal coming up, but then I have a clump down there. This is the lemony lace elderberry. Isn't this gorgeous? It is just covered. Love that. I'm gonna let that get big too. So I have been working over here. I lost most of my hardy geraniums. And see, this is coming back at the base, and I just don't know what to do with this rose. I moved it here. I'm like, I'll hack this back, but I don't know if I want to dedicate space to one little shoot when I have other plants to fill in. But yeah, so this is that phlox. These are some of the tree roots I'm dealing with. So just filling in. And then this down here is a ligularia. It's hard to tell, but I think I'm going to move this one and put it over here because this is definitely a wetter garden. And again, I don't think some plants are coming back. Nice thing, and I know this right here, this is a lamiastrum, which is really, really, really invasive. And I mean, this is all the dead, and I left it. I just kind of went with the chop and drop and leave it method just due to everything I was dealing with, and I'm just glad to see that this is not overly lush. Just lily of the valley is, but I'd rather have that than this. Rabbits hacked this weigela down. Let's see. This rose, this is a climbing rose. It was all the way up here. They also trimmed that, but that's growing strongly, so that's okay. That's usually what happens in my zone, that I get a lot of dieback and then it comes back from the base. And then I just put a Sun King here for the time being, along with some lettuce. Yeah, I think they'll look good. I'm just trying to use a lot of what I have. I do have some really lovely family members who have been buying some plants for me, and I've had some gift certificates, so it's just been really helpful that way. This area over here, I'm not going to show yet, that is slow to emerge, and also we've been dry, so that's also affecting it, but that's not a garden that I really see a whole lot of. Like my hardy hibiscus, I doubted if they're going to come back, to tell you the truth. Not with the season that we had. So I don't know. I know if it's not up by Father's Day, usually it's dead. So I'll give it time. And the pagoda dogwood looks amazing, and it looks the best on it's not cloudy. The sun's just coming up. It's really early in the morning. But when it's an overcast, and I love this. I did have to trim some more dead off, but that's okay. The tips, though, like on some of them, got it, but this is a favorite tree. I'm just glad it's back. The 9 barks, I love that structure back there. I have 3. I'm really liking this garden. They have not found this is not silly string, party streamers, hosta. So I say that now, and look at, of course, dandelions don't mind any weather. These heuchras really took it, so you can see this is coming back. I don't know, again. And then I moved some alliums over here. I'm really trying to use what I can. Sorry, I've got a neighbor over here. Seed them. I think that'll look good. The Sabaria sorbifolia stem looks amazing. It's really gotten wide. This does. It runs all over, but it's very low maintenance. Some more of Alyssum I started. I've been working here, put some rocks buried, kind of just like a hose guide. And that raised it up just a little bit to help with if we get a lot of rain. Oh, but yeah, look. I mean, there's nothing. The hardy geraniums took over that big spot. So I've just been moving the stuff in this garden. I'm liking it a little bit more, using what I have. I haven't, which it is amazing when you get in there and start cleaning stuff out, and there's a lot of plants. Like this phlox here is so pretty. And so I've just kind of making a little bit more of a drift of it, and it just clumps up really nicely. Now, this is a fern peony. I didn't buy this. A friend gave this to me. It is pretty. A lot of phlox was growing into that one, so that's why it looks a little sad. But yeah, and then my neighbor gave me all of those, so I thought that'd be kind of nice. And I want to leave this path open here to kind of get to the garden, because I really trampled this down. Still debating if this is what I like here. Again, I love alliums because the rabbits don't like them. It's not just waking up, it's doing pretty good, but it's just not a whole lot of blooms. I feel like last year there was a lot more, and then, let's see. So, I'm just kind of standing over here talking. My sister wanted apple trees. She bought apple trees. So that's why I've been kind of moving stuff around. That's what those orange posts are for. She was supposed to help me in this garden to kind of make room for them. They're dwarf varieties. I won't let them get beyond 6 feet so I can pick, but they're not going to flesh out for, I would say, about 3 years. So all of this will probably be slowly going away. But I've been doing all the work, and honestly, if I would have known that, I just wanted this year to be managing my gardens. That's it. It's been a lot. So I moved all these grasses. They are in a different garden. I'll show you that later whenever things are flushing out there. I did lose a good chunk of the tree peony, but I mean, it's been fun. I'm not gonna lie, but with everything I'm going through, I didn't need that this year to be doing it by myself. This is the Ito peony, and this looks like crap. There's a couple stalks. So, again, a rose with one, again, I just don't know if I want to dedicate an area to one tiny little stalk coming up. I have garlic in here that actually came back, and that's all in here. And then I planted some shallots. So, got a lot. Oh, look at the rhubarb, looks great. And then in the back, so I am going to be making some jelly or refrigerator jelly or jam. I mean, look at that. That is so tight in there, and those stalks are massive, so it's not going to take a lot. I love rhubarb. I think it's something that you either love it or hate it. Let's see. Peas. I might sow a few more in here. That's coming up there. I did this just so they also have a support, but to keep the squirrels and everything else away. Radishes came up really quick. I just have this down, but look, my carrots are coming up. I have never had success with carrots. So I have 3 rows, and then I have the radishes, and that way just using whatever space I can. I have beets in here coming up. And then pretty soon I can take this off. It's just to stop the birds from digging. 4 rows in there. I have my tomato plants under here. Not much else. I've just grown a lot of food this year. I have another Sun King here, but I think this is just getting way too much sun. So I have another container that stuff died in that I think I'm going to move this to. They're a beast. Holy cow. I think I dug out some hydrangeas, and they were so easy compared to that. Clematis is looking great. I'm going to have to make sure that it stays this way and doesn't go in. This is a goat's beard. Again, it's really little. I think it's just, I'm surprised it came back. This is a pussy willow here, and you can see what was done to the bark. So of course that was all dead, but that's new coming up at the bottom, so I'm just gonna chop that all back. Otherwise, look, none of the rest opened up just because of that. Oh, the Juga really took it too. I mean, this is coming back really, I'm not going to say nicely, but it's sporadic, but that's okay. It will fill in. This one's doing a bit better. I can just dig up pieces and put it anywhere. But this one looks a little tough. But it's in there. I think I lost the honeysuckle on the other side, so I just have this one. I think this is Dropmore Scarlet, so that's a doer. Yeah, the rabbits have been really going to town on grasses. You know what? I'm gonna walk this way. I had planted some ferns in here. This is, I think this is a ghost fern. So I was surprised that that was coming up. There's a lot that's not. Oh, that is still bees here. But yeah, then this is why I protect this, because this is what rabbits do. But it might be coming back at the base, but doesn't look the best. This is always fun to try and... But look at this honeysuckle. It has grown into the metal. And like, you can't even see this one here. So if you're growing honeysuckle, do protect it from the rabbits. And once it gets going, it's pretty much indestructible. So I love Manjune. I love how green and lush everything is. I'm like perfect. It'll fill in, and it might be a good thing to kind of leave this to get through to that container. And it's early. There are some years that I haven't been able to get out to the garden until now to start cleaning it off. So potatoes. And then I did this. I know this is just so I can fit my watering can down here and just use this. I have not mowed yet. I think you can tell there's also a lot of weeds, but I'm trying to do the no mow May. I don't think that's gonna work because I think my neighbors are gonna complain. What was I doing? I don't know if I showed you. Yeah, this is just my workspace, but I also have kale and lettuce in here. I've been eating the lettuce and it's bitter. No matter when I grow lettuce, it's always bitter. These poor things just bake over here. But aren't they pretty? They kind of look like a rosette. And just bunching onions. This whole area over here is just going to be kind of a dedicated herb area. So if I feel like getting rid of that, I'll just put herbs in there and here. And then I have just a few containers this year. Right there. So yeah, I think that's it. I was thinking about leaving this open for some blueberries. I don't know, I was kind of thinking more of an orchard garden at some point, but I don't know. I know blueberries are a lot of work, just making sure you have the right soil conditions. But I also have a bunch of zucchini and squash that I want to grow, which will be growing up on the kennel over here. But yeah, this is what I got for you. I think it's looking fantastic for what I'm doing really good. So I'm very happy with the progress. And this is just, feels good. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.